Hello. It is still day 5, the end of day 5. I have my campsite reached up. Going through a lot. I feel like a totally different person than I have felt all day. Like, starting the morning in Banff and then being in the mountains in Jasper, and that route from Banff to Jasper was just like, brought me to tears. I was like chanting, like native chanting was coming through me so strong. I was getting so many like visuals and visions of the indigenous of the land and feeling the stories of the land so deeply. And there was this one river I stopped at that I was like just touching the water and feeling the water, and I asked the river for a stone, and I picked up these other 2 stones and I just didn't feel complete. And I was like, if there's a stone still left for me, like, guide me to it, to carry with me, to remember these lands and keep them in my heart, and to activate me and to just share the codes of the lands. And like not too long after, I bend down this pink stone. It's like this big, and I pick it up, and it's literally like a heart, the shape of a heart, in this pink crystal looking rock. And when I picked it up, it like the words I heard were the heart of the river. And I was just like, oh my God, I felt so honored to be gifted from the river this beautiful rock. And for a good like 30-40 minutes after that, I just like, it was so powerful. It is so powerful. I wish I had it right now. It's in my car, but I just held it against my heart as I drove, and felt like it was such a big heart activation. And so there was lots of activations through the mountains. I mean, I'm still, on the outskirts of the mountains. I mean, I'm still surrounded by mountains, but definitely not as strong and mountain energy where I am now. Was strong medicine that I already can't wait to experience again. Like, mountains are freaking incredible. Anyways, it's been a little strange to experience, and like uncomfortable to experience a different version of me. And maybe not a different version of me, but just a different version of me. Like in each place, as the land's changing, I'm changing. Like who I am right now, I feel totally like a totally different person than I was when I was in Banff, and a totally different person than I was when I was in Jasper and through the mountains, and at every lake I was just different. I felt different. I felt like I was in a different reality, and it makes sense. It's uncomfortable, and like it's a lot for the mind when we try to attach to what we look like, what we feel like moment to moment. But the message I keep getting is don't stop looking in the mirror, because I look in the mirror and I see my face and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? I don't recognize myself, and I'm like, ah. And then also, like, I don't break out. I never break out. And I'm breaking out. Like, I'm breaking out quite a bit. And I think it also has to do with the food I'm eating, because I'm eating fruits during the day, but in the evening, because I'm so ungrounded, I'm eating denser foods. And nothing like bad, but like one night I had a salad from a little like vegan place that had like falafel in it, which is cooked food, which is denser, and who knows what's in it. And had a Thai dressing on it, and again, it's oils and fats, which are not agreeing with me right now. Anyways, it's just like 3 days in a row of eating for dinner, because I've been having fruits all day, and then for dinners, the denser meals to help ground. And my body's saying no. Like, my skin is like, what you doing to us? Anyways, so that's bothering me. But yeah, basically doing my best to stay centered and unattached from how I feel and look moment to moment, because it's shifting so much. To me, anyways, my experience of self is shifting rapidly. And I mean, we are energy, we are energy, and we are everything. So I'm used to, when I go to a certain town or region, different areas or different homes, whatever, I become that field. So my energy it's like shape shifting to then to be in that part of that collective environment. So obviously when you're in the mountains and the woods, you become that collective environment, which is so much peace and serenity, and all of the codes of the land there, the memory of the land there, and it can feel so powerful and so incredible, and it can be intense depending on the history of the land. And then you get into more populated areas and you morph more into the collective field, collective consciousness, and that can feel more strong energetically and less enjoyable. I feel less myself, but what is self anyways? We're all of it. We're changing, we're moving, we're like the tides, we're like a drop of water in the ocean, just getting, So just getting to practice my non-attachment and letting myself be changed moment to moment, and just holding my center while all of this is shifting and changing, and trusting the best as I can. But yeah, part of what I wanted to share was, the mountains were so intense, so beautiful, are so beautiful. And as I drove into BC, my experience of driving into BC, it's like I was in this rush to get to BC, and now looking back, I'm like, shit, I should have stayed a night in Jasper area. But my being was urging me to move forward. But now I'm already missing the intensity energy of the mountains, how good they felt. Even though I'm still in the mountains here, it's not quite as strong. It would have been cool to sit in that medicine for the night, to sleep in that energy for the night. Anyways, I'm getting it still. But when I drove into BC, the experience I had was this sigh of relief in my body. The feeling you get when you get home after a long day, and it's just this, I'm home. And I've never really experienced that before with a land, with a country, with a, Canada is the closest I've felt to that. When I travel and think I'm gonna find my home elsewhere, I thought I was gonna find my home in Costa Rica. I thought I was gonna find my home in Europe. I thought I was, but it just wasn't it. It didn't make me feel the way I knew I was going to feel when I found my home. And you know, driving into BC, I thought there was going to be all this excitement and super ramped up energy. And there was, you know, I had my celebratory animalistic squeals and sound making for sure. But I hope I'm going the right way. But it wasn't like that. It was this calm peace, this energy of homecoming. I was just like, oh, I'm coming home. And it's just like there was a exhale from the body. So that's been really nice. I kissed the ground right after I peed on it, obviously in a different area, but not too long after I crossed into BC. There was like no place for stopping, and I was like, yeah, bursting, and like I couldn't hold it any longer, and finally got to this like spot where it was a little wider on the side of the highway, because it's like a lot of truckers. There's not a lot of space to pull over until you get to like a rest stop, and there wasn't a rest stop for a long stretch. Anyway, so I finally pulled over, went pee, and kissed the ground for the first time in my life. I've never kissed the earth in any country or felt like such a strong, like, of course I'm gonna do that. It was just like, oh my God, so grateful for this land and to be here, you know, processing like how magnificent this land is, this country is. And also just in awe of the fact that I'm actually here after dreaming of moving here for so many years. And, you know, the doubt that has been there as well of like, will it ever happen? Will I ever have the courage to go? Will it ever be aligned for me to go? Look at this. Just rose bushes on the side of the highway. Love it. Like there's a bunch in there. I may come and get a few petals tomorrow morning to put in my water and make some rose essence to drink on the road if I have time in the morning, which I probably shall, because I need my walks before starting my wacky wild day. Anyways, so yeah, I still am like in disbelief that I'm in BC. I think it's gonna hit a little bit more once I'm like closer to like Victoria, when I'm on Vancouver, and especially when I'm on the island, because yeah, I'm almost home. Even though I don't have a physical house or place yet, I'm almost home. Anyways, this is the final share of day 5. 5 days to get to BC. 6 or 7 to get where I'm going, but not bad. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy the last bits of my walk and give you a little update tomorrow.